Hello guys, and welcome to MedExpert. My name is Bazad and I'm here to help the people that are trying to get to the medical school with MCAT, which is Medical College Admission Test, or the people that are already enrolled in the medical school and they are in the fourth semester and trying to do the USMLE Step 1, which is the United States Medical Licensing Examinations. On the other hand, I try to actually simplify the medicine for the regular people without any knowledge in medicine or little knowledge in medicine in order to have a better understanding about this amazing world of the medicine. I promise you guys, if you watch all my videos, you're gonna grasp a good knowledge about whatever is medicine, and you're gonna get out of these complicated, complex world of the medicine in a very easy way. I always start with the biochemistry. The people are asking me, why you start with the biochemistry? Because in biochemistry, in the first chapter of any books in biochemistry, no matter what, if you're studying the medical biochemistry or for example, you're studying the advanced biochemistry, all these biochemistry books, they're gonna start with the first chapter, amino acids. Amino acids are so important in medicine. If I tell you guys, almost everything, it depends on the amino acids. And why is it? Why it is like this? Why everything is based upon the amino acids? And here is the answer. Amino acids are the building units of the proteins. And the proteins are the building units of the structure of any biotic on this planet. Yes, any biotic in this planet is made of the protein. Any structure that we see, any biotic, that means like anything with life. Biotic means anything with life. Any biotic things is made of proteins, from the human being all the way down to the invertebrates, vertebrates, bacteria, and even coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, Omicron, they are made of proteins. And this is one of the main reasons that they need our body in order to reproduce. What is the main role of these amino acids? How these amino acids they are making these proteins, and how actually these amino acids they make different proteins. You know why? Because these amino acids they go in a different arrangements. And when they get to the different arrangement, that means they're gonna make a different proteins. So amino acids basically they are the blueprints of whatever it's made in our body. Our body, they have a machinery inside the cell called endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, it has ribosomes on it. Ribosomes are the 3D printers in our body. What it means, that means that you give like a blueprints to them and they start making the objects out of it. What are the objects and what are the blueprints? The blueprints is the arrangement of these amino acids. What we call it in medicine sequences. Different sequences in the amino acids arrangement, that means different protein is gonna come as an outcome. For example, when the virus gets inside our body, what is the main purpose of the virus to get inside our body? The main purpose of the virus in order to get in our body is to reproduce. Why? Because the virus is so tiny and doesn't have any machinery to reproduce. Because actually the virus gets inside the cell and saying the arrangement of the sequences of the amino acids into our machinery, like a RNA or DNA, a copy of the DNA or the RNA inside our cells, and start replicating. Why? Because the proteins are the same. They are all made of the amino acids with the different sequences. For example, we have the amino acids called glycine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, and if they get in a different arrangement, we're gonna have a different type of protein as an outcome. That's why we see the coronavirus, for example, SARS-CoV-2 has a different sequences with the other virus. What is the main difference between the different viruses? The different arrangement of the amino acids. That means these amino acids, they have been arranged in a different way. That's why they're gonna have a different outcome. And we're gonna see the different viruses. That's why Omicron is different with SARS-CoV-2, because Omicron is already mutated. What does it mean it's been mutated? That means the arrangement of the amino acids has been changing there. Amino acids are so important in pathology, pharmacology, pathophysiology, or whatever that you can imagine in medicine. We're gonna talk about the sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia, when they ask you, what is a sickle cell anemia? The first thing that it comes in your mind is a twist in conformation of the red blood cells. Conformational changes in red blood cells, a twist in the red blood cells. Okay, that sounds kind of like very simple and we understand it. So what that twist is going to cause? The twist is going to cause the less oxygen get bonded to the red blood cells, or the hemoglobin better to say, and less oxygen is going to get to the cells. This is a good answer, but it's not really satisfying for the person that wants to be a medical scientist, a doctor, or someone who's going to work as a researcher. So we're going to start actually going back a little bit. You're gonna open up the websites of one of the most important hospitals in the United States of America. What you're gonna get right there? You're gonna see like, oh yeah, a defect in a gene. Yeah, that's not a bad answer as well, like a defect in the gene. But you know what? Still is not really satisfying. We want to know what exactly is happening. What is exactly is happening in that part? Where? In the biochemical level. So what is causing that twist? We know that there's a defect in a gene. Okay, great. That's nice. But is not the final answer for us. A person, as a medical scientist, as a medical doctor, you have to know why that twist is happening. Biochemical level and the biochemistry level, what is exactly happening in that part? In the biochemical level, what happens actually is the mutation. What the mutation means again? Mutation means partially or completely changing the sequences of the amino acids that were arranged. And in this case, what happens is the point mutation. Point mutation, that means one amino acid is going to change the spot with another amino acids. In this case, we have the glutamic acid, which is going to be replaced by valine. So what is the difference between the glutamic acid and the valine? Glutamic acid, we have to go to the chemical properties of the glutamic acid. Glutamic acid is negatively charged. So what happened, it's not gonna let the hemoglobin stick together. So the sticky side is gonna be gone. So they're gonna stay as independent individuals right there. They're gonna have more oxygen bonded to them. But when the valine goes there, valine is a non-polar amino acid, and the non-polar amino acids is going to cause the sticky side, and that sticky side is going to cause that twist. This is a lot better answer than just like saying, oh, there was a twist into the amino acids. This is just one example of how important amino acids are in our life and in medical sciences. Another example about the importance of the amino acids is a structure of the amino acids. When you go to the medical school and you're in the biochemistry class, the first thing that your professor is going to tell you, yes, we're going to start with the amino acids, but you don't need to learn the structure of the amino acids. What you need to learn is going to be chemical properties, which one is polar, non-polar, aromatic, non-aromatic. But believe me, learn the structure of the amino acids and learn it so well, because you need it for conjugating all these amino acids, and you need it in order to understand the medicine better. Why? I'm going to tell you why. For example, we have the amino acids called tryptophan. Tryptophan is a precursor of the serotonin. Serotonin is a chemical in the brain that it makes you sleepy. Serotonin is the chemical in the brain that the imbalance between that serotonin level, it's going to cause depression, anxiety. So if you know the tryptophan structure, you're going to be able to easily draw the structure of the serotonin. Not only serotonin, you're going to be able to draw the structure of the epinephrine, norepinephrine as well, because they are all connected to these tryptophan. So you understand now how amino acids are important in medicine and how important it is to understand them very well, to learn the structure of them, learn about the chemical properties, which one is aromatic, non-aromatic, and at the same time learn their structure so well. All right, guys, thank you and have a great one.